John?
Is that on the physical cover or is that in the game?
In the game. Yeah. Yeah. I did not know that, which I haven't, like I said, I didn't play it on there. But moving along, guys. Loki.
That Arkham City game is fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yep. Yeah. What do you got for us?
It's funny we've been talking about game preservation. I gotta. There we go. The future is here.
What is this?
But it's a link to the past. Look what I did there. It's a link to the past. This is a brand new console from Analogue. And guess what it is? It is I'm going to click this little button right here. Let's go. It is an N64. These are the controllers. These are the wireless controllers for their N64. These will go for $249.99. They are 4K HD ready. So you're going to be playing N64 games in, I'll share it. Hold on. I for whatever reason, it like opened up a whole new tab. So here you go.
A whole new tab.
A whole new tab. I don't know why it did that. There's your new controller, wireless controllers for your N64, and they look slick. I like them. I hated the three-prong evil pitchfork.
I love it. I love it.
Looks like
you
a
can
Switch
say
controller.
you can say bad things about it all day long, Loki, but you're wrong. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They have plugins in the front of the console, so you can plug the original N64 controllers if you don't want to use the new wireless ones.
And this is just, you just plug your cartridges right in?
You just plug your cartridges in and play it. Okay, so let me explain what they had to do here. They had to make an N64 clone without cloning any of Nintendo's software or proprietary hardware. That means they had to come up with a completely new system to play your cartridges on that have none of Nintendo's code, none of Nintendo's stuff. And they can look like it. It can look similar, but it can't be it. And from what I am hearing now, we may be looking at a PS1, possible PS2, and original Xbox.
Dude, the best NASCAR games were on the PS2, and that's awesome.
That is awesome.
The best NASCAR games? That's where we're going.
Well, yeah, no, I have games. Okay, so like in my big truck, like there's a PlayStation in there, right? I have a PS2 in the big truck, and like I've been like dying to play those games on like a better quality system. That is awesome sauce. I mean, because I literally have to go and sit in my truck to play some of these NASCAR games because they after that, man, they started to suck and then they disappeared.
So this is a nice little surprise when I got the email for it, because I'm subscribed to Analogue. I get their newsletters. I get all this stuff because I like what they're doing. I'm a preservationist. I love preserving games. I love the ability to play games, not just, the not TOS way, but the real way. That's why I'm a collector. Nick's seen me go nuts at the gaming shows of, they got this, I'm and filling my bag up with goodies because I want to make sure there's copies out there that survive, and I know where they're gonna go here. Nobody's gonna mess with them. Nobody's gonna chew on them. Nobody's gonna scratch them. They're going to shelf. They're gonna live on the shelf. And they're going to be there in case I do want to take one out, be very careful, put it in a system, because I do have some systems that have been adapted. You will pay this price just to get a good 4K HDMI or HDMI hookup on your Xbox. You'll pay about $250 to get a good, actual, soldered HDMI connection on your Xbox. I will pay that for the Nintendo equivalent. So I'm excited. I'm
controller.
I will get a black one. I will probably be getting a black one. But the fact that it plays every single game that came out on N64, this will play it. And it's not something, as much as I really like them, I got one right somewhere. Hold on. as much as I like this stuff, and I
Yeah.
do have all these
Yeah.
in the boxes, and I've got a couple that aren't that I've modded. As much as I love these are better. Why? Because you can play the original games on them, and you don't have to violate a TOS to add more games. Because if there's anything I heard about these is it's cool, but you can't add anything and you can't play your original games. This is the stuff we want. So that's what I've got for you today. I'm not trying to sell it to you. It does have forward ports. I don't know if I can. It's got
and they got a Game Boy one?
Oh yeah, they got Game Boys. Oh yeah, they got the pockets.
Wasn't the Z button like the trigger on the original 64 controllers? Where's it on the controllers?
I think it is on the triggers.
One of the other triggers.
It's the triggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, hold on. Let me see if I can.
I'm always going to play with my actual controller because anybody who can't play on that isn't a gamer.
No, it just goes back to that.
The pitchfork. The pitchfork controller?
Anybody who can't play on the pitchfork is not a gamer. They're weak sauce.
So I never liked the pitchfork. I can play on the pitchfork. I just never. It's so
PlayStation won out on that. They had a better design.
Yes, PlayStation, and that's become kind of like the standard. So the Xbox and the PlayStation remotes have been very much the standard. I actually like the Xbox controllers better because of the thumbstick placement. I like them more like at an angle.
You probably didn't like the nunchucks then.
No, I was fine with the nunchucks. I was absolutely fine with the nunchucks. It's different. It was different enough that I was like, oh, cool. It's kind of like, you got your thing. Sometimes they didn't work perfect, but most of the time with the bowling, I played the heck out of the bowling on the Wii. I loved Wii Sports. That was my favorite.
Nunchucks with the Switch, those whatever. I put them on like a controller thing that comes with it, or I just use what do they call it, like the Elite controller or whatever. That you
right?
get.
Yeah, I use the Elite now because for the Switch. Yeah. And when we get the Switch 2, I'm stoked for that now. And we got to do another update video on that, Loki. I got to confirm all the specs.
I'm definitely getting the Game Boy one though.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
I literally got Game Boy cartridges everywhere.
What color Pokemon do you got there? I have that. I have that Game Boy Color. That's exactly what I have.
The same one?
Yep, I have that one. Yep.
Yeah. So I take this on like road trips if I'm flying somewhere, traveling, and I'll just freaking pop one of these games in and sit there and play it. Like I love the Game Boy. So yeah, I'm definitely Loki, can you put a link to this company's website in the chat?
Analog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
it's the Analogue 3D. That's the name of the system, not the website. Website's going in right now. It's their Analog company or analog.com, and it's the 3D. So this is the 3D, and they're calling it the most powerful multiplayer system ever designed because it's got 4 control ports in the front of it. So
that is freaking awesome.
The 4 control points in the front of it, they're calling it the most powerful multiplayer console.
Back.
Oh,
dude, I love GoldenEye. So good.
This will probably be something that Coach would probably be interested in getting also. Because man, he would freaking. I would get so mad playing that freaking GoldenEye with him. Oh God! But he plays it all the time. So
there has been a PlayStation analog controller seen. There are pictures going around. So if that's true, it's the one with the thumbsticks. So it's the original PS1 controller, but it's got thumbsticks and it's wireless. It does not have any of the PS logo on it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, please tell me Analog is working on a PlayStation 1. I would love that. I've got my whole PS1 collection over there that I will jump back into, especially with the 4K. I want to be able to play these on the TV. I want to play the old NFL Blitz. I want to play Xenogears. I want to play Final Fantasy. I want to play all that stuff. I've got that on PC. I've got some of the other stuff on PC for PlayStation, but I want to be able to just hook it up, pop game in, and play. That's one of the greatest things about having a gaming collection of very old games is I want to pop them out once in a while and I want to play them.
Yeah, but me and Coach were trying to play Battle for Middle-earth 2, and we had to get Game Ranger accounts and do all these shenanigans on PC to try to get it to work. And you know, console gaming, you slap it in and you go. You know, so yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from.
made them both very, very difficult. They are very of the time games. And one of the problems with EA is if you have more, I believe it's 6. I could be wrong. Anybody in here that knows better than me, by all means, correct me. With the original Dead Space and Dead Space 2 on PC, if you have more than so many cores, the game will not play. There is no patch out there. They've never sent a patch to Steam. There is no patch in EA store. There is no patch out there that's official that will let you play Dead Space 1 and 2, the original releases on PC, if you have so many cores. So if you have more than what they consider to be the all-time max, it just won't boot. It will constantly crash. As soon as you do there's a fan update, there's a fan patch that increases its ability to read how many cores you have. As soon as you do that, it'll play. Or if you want to go in manually and say, okay, turn off these cores and just use these, it will play that way. Much easier way to do it, though, is to patch it with the unofficial patch and let that take care of it. But that's crazy. Those are games of their time, and EA just didn't have the foresight to go, someone's going to want to play these 10 years from now. That's where we're at. That's where we were at then, and that's Dead Space. Yeah. Not to mention what we've got going on today is what we talked about earlier, with games that just shut off and you're never able to play them again. It's sad. We want to keep these games alive. For the 100%. Ones of us that feel this is important, games are important. It's a history. It's something. It's an age that we went through. We want to keep that alive. Yeah, and this is a beautiful way for Analogue to do it.
I sold my PS1, my PS2, all the games I ever had for those systems, and I regret it to this day. Now, when I got my PS3 through PS4, PS5, I still have all of it. I'm not selling it ever. So yeah, that's awesome that they're coming out with this, and great story and topic on that Loki.